are right around the corner, something that's on everyone's mind are vacations and road trips. But what comes along with that is high fuel prices. I'm Jillian.
And I'm Rahul Singh, and we're here to show you some very simple fuel saving tips.
The first tip is pretty basic, but get all of the unnecessary weight out of your car. This is pretty much a given, but the heavier your car is, the harder your engine has to work, which means the less fuel economy you have. Get all of your extra junk out of the back of your car, and you'll notice a big difference in your gas mileage.
You can take this weight-saving technique a step further by removing any extra parts on your car. For example, my car has a cargo cover. That can come out. Pretty heavy piece. Some people like to go even further than that by removing the spare tire, but in case of emergencies, this probably isn't the best idea. In a pinch though, that could net you a few extra miles per gallon.
Also remember that being a safe driver can also make you an efficient driver. Be sure that you're driving the speed limit and try not to do jackrabbit starts or start and stop your car quickly, as this expends extra gas and causes stress on your motor. The tires are one of the most important parts of your car. After all, they're the only part that ever touches the ground. Therefore, maintaining good tire pressure is key. Before you go out on a long road trip, be sure to check your tire pressure, especially during the winter months. Cold weather can actually lower your tire pressure, and maintaining good tire pressure extends the longevity of your vehicle.
A tire which isn't filled up properly becomes softer, and therefore the engine has to work harder to move it along since there's more friction. Now, you can buy low rolling resistance tires, which are made of a harder compound, which have less friction. They are a little less grippy than regular tires, but that isn't a concern in everyday driving. An important thing to keep note of is your oil. Checking it's very simple. Most people should know how to check your oil. Get into your engine, look for your dipstick, pull it out, and wipe the edge of the dipstick off. Oil should have, healthy oil at least, should have kind of a maple syrup color and consistency. This has lots of carbon buildup. This car is due for an oil change. And now a few more fuel saving tips while you're on the road. Manual transmission cars are generally more fuel efficient than automatic transmission cars. If you drive a manual transmission car, remember to shift early. Make sure you don't run your engine up to the higher ends of the rev counter, because that uses more fuel. When coasting down a hill, some people like to think it's more fuel efficient to shift to neutral and let the car roll, but it's actually more efficient to just let it roll in gear. Now, watch this. My car is still running. Any modern car actually can detect when there's no load on the engine, for example, when you're going down a hill, and it'll actually stop delivering fuel altogether. So, the fact that I could turn my car off, don't try that at home by the way, just didn't really mean anything since there's no fuel going to the engine anyway.
An easy way to calculate your mileage is to reset your trip odometer every time you fill up with gas. This way you can see how many miles you drove on a full tank of gas and calculate your mileage by dividing the number of miles by the number of gallons of gas you put in. By remembering these simple tips, you can increase your fuel economy and extend your engine's life.
You don't have to buy a new car, but simple adjustments to your driving habits and your vehicle's maintenance can go a long way.
Thanks for watching and happy road tripping.